Ho, ho, ho. Is it working? Is everything on? How's it going, everybody? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Is a Machine Man Christmas Eve live stream again this year. That's right, Chris. You know it. This is gonna be a pretty standard deal now. And it's the floating head. That's right. The floating head and the disappearing Christmas hat. How's it going, everybody? Happy Christmas Eve. Yep, it's a green hat. Happy Christmas Eve. How you guys doing? Hey, Quindor's here. Frank's here. Ho, choo-choo, homies. My hat is invisible. You got it. That is true. Henry's here. Will's here. Awesome. Nigel's here. I loved your shirt, Nigel. I don't care if your wife doesn't like it. Nigel had a home assistant shirt. He posted a picture on Facebook, right? Working, unfortunately. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry. Well, we're here for you. We'll celebrate for you. So excited to spend the family time. Amen. Nice background. Thank you. I stole it from somebody on the internet. I'll probably get in trouble for it later, but it's beautiful, isn't it? Thank you. Merry Christmas from Finland. Is anybody from Australia? Is it Christmas there yet? Christmas Day? We opened presents today. No one is happy. I'm so over Christmas. Oh no, Paul. So, yes, I redecorated the office. Yes, I did. It's beautiful. I love, what is that in the tree back there? Oh, that's Rudolph. Okay, it's Rudolph over there. There's a kitty cat on a chair behind my head. There's some trains. I thought this was pretty. Felt cozy. Mark just got home from work. So one time, a couple years back, we did Christmas, and we have 6 kids, and we spent too much money on Christmas, and, woke up and kids just started tearing into Christmas and Christmas presents and everything. And they got all done, and it had been about an hour, maybe hour and a half. And somebody, I kind of remember who it was, but I don't want to tell them that I remember who it was. But one of the kids said, "Is that it?" And I was like just like you, Paul. I was like done. I was like, "What? Is that it? Seriously?" So what we've done since then, so this will be at least our 4th year. This might be the 5th year. I can't remember when we started doing it now, but we do one present every half hour. So they open a present. Everybody gets one. They open a present, and we don't open any more presents for a half hour. And usually then by around noon, maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon, we have to call them in from outside or to say, "Come on, guys, just go ahead and open the rest of them, So it's much better. Open a present, take a long break, play with that present, open it up, put it together, whatever you got to do. Focus on that present for at least a half hour, and then go. Doing veg prep while watching. All right, Mr. Fixer. You making a veggie tray for a party tonight? I do have 12 kids, yeah. Pretty much. Did I upgrade to the custom header already? The custom compact header replacement. Ooh, I have not, Frank. I have not done this. I did not know this was a thing yet. Slow down, more appreciation. That's it. You always did one present at a time, Troy? That's a good idea. It took us a while to learn that lesson, but we finally did. Yeah, all right, Diesel Guy made it. This dang work thing gets in the way. Merry Christmas, everybody. Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. So, looking forward to today's video. I'm glad, Mo. So, hey, let me tell you what we did. All right. Let me see if I can pull up some pictures so I can show you what I was working on this morning. Let's do it this way. This is always an easy way to do it in case nothing else works. That's a nice idea. Usually it takes fairly leisurely. A bit of opening before lunch, then open the rest afterwards. Yeah. The trick is, age of the kids, right? If the kids are young, that's where it's harder. I remember, being a teenager and when there wasn't any more little kids in the house, that it was we wake up at 10, have breakfast, kind of mosey around. Yeah, I guess we should open some presents, We solved it with family and all the Christmas stuff years ago. We light up the barbecue in the cold. We order some nice stuff to put on it. Nobody has to cook. Kids run around, just chill. That's a great idea too. I like it. Man, it ought to just be nice. I think we're all on the same page there. We don't want wives having to bust their butts. We don't want getting grumpy or crying or any of that nonsense. We want it all just happy and fun. So look what I did. Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. That's my mega tree. So I learned some lessons in how not to build a mega tree in 4 days. So we could talk about what I did. I don't have it running on X-Lights or anything yet. You can see I don't have a controller out there or anything, but I just finished putting that up about an hour before the stream started this morning. But we can talk through this, and I can give you my what I've learned in 4 days of putting one of these together. So starting at the top of this picture, the top of the tree needs some work. Okay. That, what you see up there, and I've got some other pictures we can look at the, how I put it together. That is a bucket. It's a 5-gallon bucket lid that I drilled a bunch of holes in and then put a bunch of grip lock ties through the holes. Now, I was worried about the grip lock ties, or I was worried about whatever I looped through there, tearing the bucket, tearing the lid, I mean. That was not the problem. The problem is not tearing the lid. As you can see, the problem is deforming the crap out of the lid. So this is not how you should do a topper for a mega tree. All right. Let me see if I can go back a couple pictures here and we can talk about the topper a little more. There we go. So this is some more, this is a little more close up of the topper of the tree. And all it is this there, right there. That's just a cap. This is 2-inch PVC, 2-inch Schedule 40 PVC. And it's really pretty sturdy. I was a little worried about different kinds of things, but I think that'll be okay. So that part's fine as far as the shaft goes. Oh, Chris, you're a good man. Is that all? Yeah. Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas. And then this part is just a cap. Well, it's actually this is a coupling, and then over there a little further, which I can't get my finger that far, is a cap. And then I just screwed screws through, let's see, I don't think I have a picture of it here. Yeah, I do right here. So I just put screws through the lid into the cap. Like that. So I just screwed the crap out of it. This is total garbage DIY. Like, this thing is not going to last. This is not, again, how I would recommend doing it. But I'm just showing you this is what I did. So that's going to need some work. And I think plywood would probably be fine up there. What are the straps made from? Those straps, those are grip lock ties. Those are grip lock ties. Sponsored by Grip Lock Ties, DrZzs, Grip Lock Ties, GT. Put in GT, or no, put in DrZzs at checkout, and you get the same, you get free shipping, which then makes it the same price as Amazon, and they make more money. And that's my friend. I actually don't know if I get any money. I do get money. They said there was something for me, but I do it because I want to support my buddy who invented them. So, and they give them to me for free, so I've got a ton of them. They're awesome. They're like, so here's an example of how much better these grip lock ties are. When I first did this, the very first time, and I probably have some footage I could pull up of that. When I first did this, like, I guess it must have been Saturday. It had to be Saturday because I didn't even have this stuff before then. It might have been Sunday. Anyways, the first time I lifted it up and I had some weight on it, and I had regular Ziploc ties, not the grip ties. And as soon as I set it down and there was just a little bit of pressure like that, the weight of the lights and stuff just kind of went like that. It wasn't even the lights yet. It was just the strapping. It went like that. Like half of them broke. So, the ones you put in yes, of course. So those ones, those are from Boscoyo. Boscoyo is a company that makes this stuff. And honestly, I don't think, at least in my week or so of looking, I could not find a better solution than that. So this is the stuff right here. And it's actually not too bad. 200 feet for $50. I used on that tree there, or on my tree, it's 16 strips down. And each strip is about 9 feet long. So 100 and whatever that is. No, it's less than 200. Right? 16 times 9? I don't know. What's 16 times 9? It's less than 200. Hey, Google. What's 16 times 9? The answer is 144. All right. So $50, you get enough of this. If you knew how long you wanted it to be, they do sell it pre-cut. So this stuff you can buy in 8-foot lengths. So if you wanted to do it 8-foot lengths, that's what you would use. If somebody finds a cheaper, better way, then let me know, because I looked, and I went to Home Depot, and I'm a pretty resourceful dude. I rarely do I go to a hardware store and look for something normal. Like, I'm always in there thinking, okay, what can I've got to do this thing. Oops. I want to do this crazy thing, whatever it is. And what can I use to make that craziness happen? Right. And so when somebody says, can I help you? I'm always like, oh boy, this is going to, sheesh. All right. So, let's go back to this and look at this for a minute. I can tell you some more things that I learned in the process here. So the topper, obviously I learned that needs to be stronger. Boscoyo, that same website, they sell some metal ones, and depending on how big you want it and how many strips you're putting down, they're anywhere from, I think the cheapest were around $36 up to, hundreds or something like that. But it might be worth it. I don't know yet. I might try 3D printing something strong, but it's going to have to be pretty strong. Plywood's a fine idea. I think, I have down there at the bottom, I know I put some rocks on it and I put some PVC on it and stuff, but the rocks aren't what's holding that thing up. It's this is a flagpole. So that PVC is just slid over the top of a flagpole, and that's what's keeping it straight. And I'm pretty satisfied that that'll stay up. If I didn't have that, then the doctor's missing all the thumbs up. Go help him out. If I didn't have a flagpole already in the yard there, if I didn't have a hole for a flagpole, then I think putting a plywood base, 3/4 inch cheap plywood, it's $15. Yeah, it won't last forever, but it'll last a few years, and it's only $15. So I think I would go with a plywood, 3/4 inch plywood base, and then just use a piece of plywood at the top. Thank you, Carl, for subscribing. We're going to do, did we already do unicorns? I think we did. Let's do this one. Better take some sturdy, like metal or plate or wood at least. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I was thinking, could I print? PLA would probably be strong enough, but it would get destroyed in the weather, right? PLA doesn't do too well in the sun and such. So then I thought, well, ABS, but ABS is too brittle. It'd probably just break. So yeah, I think you're probably right. Metal or something else up there. I am close. I am getting close, Mark. We'll see. We might even get there by the end of the year if things go well. But so that was that. That's the topper. The post. So the post, I'm using that 2-inch Schedule 40 PVC. If I didn't have the flagpole, I would do like Mike, and I would do probably a 4-inch by 4-inch pressure treated post, because those are pretty cheap. Those are pretty cheap compared to all the other things. You could do, this PVC is fine, but then you just got to make sure you have a good base and something to make it with. I wish that there was, I wish there were flanges for PVC. Maybe there are out there in the world. Maybe somebody makes them. They don't sell them at Lowe's and Home Depot. But a 2-inch thing that would go around the pipe here, and then a flange that would be big enough that and have some screws in it. Metal disc snow saucer sled you know what? That would look cool too. That would look cool. It's a good idea. Somebody else said a old cheap skillet for the topper, just drill some holes. That's a good idea. Somebody else said like a strainer, metal strainer that you use for like spaghetti. Not the ones that are real meshy, but the ones that are more solid metal. So anyways, get a better topper. The post is fine for me, but if I didn't have this, I would use probably a 4x4 wood. And then the bottom down here, this was actually fun. So you can see it's just PVC. The cross members there, this part, that's 3/4 inch Schedule 40. And then this stuff out here is 1/2 inch. And it's this like, I don't know, what is it called? SDR 13 or something like that. It's really skinny. Ooh, a toilet flange? That might work. I looked at some things that would fit on PVC, but they all got kind of expensive. What's kind of expensive? $8? So I was being really cheap. So yeah, there's lots of things you could do. Toilet flange, yeah. That's where it's going to go. Anyways, then you can see the obvious problem here is weight. So I had to throw some rocks and some weights on there. But this worked out pretty well for what I need. This part under that big rock in the middle is not connected to the other PVC at all. It's just sitting in front of it, which I think is fine too. And I probably could just zip tie that together. The toilet flange, it might glue right to the PVC. Discord, Tollbringer. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So, but that's something, something else that I would probably do differently if I had it. If I had a wooden post, I would just use plywood on the bottom as well, and I think that would work well. And then the bungee cords. Now, here's an issue that I have, and you can actually see it right there. They're twisted, right? Some of them are flat, and they point out, and some of them are twisted. That's a Kentucky Christmas tree. You can say that if you're in Kentucky, Rick. Are you in Kentucky? So much easier just soil or grass. Wouldn't need the bottom part. Yeah, ours is turf out there too. You see how green it is? It's not because I do such a great job growing it. It's because it's turf. Concrete umbrella base. Ooh, that's a good idea too. That's a good idea. Some of those picnic table things. Anyways, I think there's lots of room to improve this. Lots of good ideas. So this is what happens if you try and do it in just a couple of days. But I don't know what to do yet about making it straight. I like the idea of the bungee cords there, and I think they'll work. But I also think I need to do something so that they don't twist. Oh, shoot. Man, I hate when that does it. Oh, that's the ASAP pole. Dang it. Now I got to open that back up again. Can I go back? What's the keyboard command to go back in? To go back. Yes, I got it. Okay, never mind. Ba-da-ding, ba-da-ding. All right, Chris, thanks for subscribing. We're going to do my favorite celebration for you, Chris. That's this one. Ooh, I can hear it today. Yes, that's a great idea, Bob. A use for your in winter for your movable basketball hoop. That is flippin' genius. You know what's so funny is there's a basketball hoop right next to this thing in the yard. Just over there in the yard, there's a basketball hoop. Let me see what other pictures I got to show you. So that was how I kind of put that part together. Let's see here. Make sure there's no pictures of Mrs. Z's in her underwear on here. So this was how I just laid it out on the ground. So what I did here, these strips, each of these strips has 50 LEDs in it. The strips or the lights I got from Mike from RGB Man, and there are 100 pixels in each string. So it's 50 up and then 50 down. And all I did was at these joints, the points where they go together right there, I just went from one to the other. So I just finished one and then went right over to the next one over there. So the connector ends are down here at this end, and there's a male and a female connector. And then I just made sure that I had them lined up when I put them on the lid. I just made sure that I had them lined up so that each of these would be, male next to female, so that I could connect them all. And then somewhere I'll probably split it into two nodes. Yeah. Controller still using nodes. Yeah, I think I'll use two nodes. So I think I'll probably split them in half. So I'll put one at the beginning and one at the midway point. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably put the control box kind of here in the middle, just to keep it waterproofed, or put it under a bucket, or put it in a Tupperware or something. And then or I might even just put it over here, wherever it needs to be. But I'll just put the node in one spot, and then I'll just run, I'll do like a dedicated pixel, or I'll probably honestly use a Quindor board like we built yesterday, so that I can run it 4 or 5 feet. So here's just more pictures of me putting it all together. This was all this morning. Took all these pictures this morning. You silly's face. So we're doing a homemade Christmas for some of these, or for some things. So the kids are making things for themselves. So Zoe's sewing a blanket, and I was very proud of this. Very proud. I had to figure out how much PVC I needed. And so I did math. I want to call my high school teacher or junior high or whoever taught me how to do this and say, hey, guess what I used? I used C equals 2 pi r today. I was really proud. I made sure to show the kids, and I walked them through the whole thing. I was like, okay, look, I got to make this, and I don't know what size pipe I need or how it'll cut this PVC pipe. So this is how you do it. This is how you figure out how you cut the PVC pipe. So there you go. It's pretty cool, right? The trampoline mat, put the basketball pole in the middle. I could just put the put the basketball pole on top of the trampoline. That's a good, that would be a decent way to do it too. So anyways, good times. What else did I do on here? Nothing else really. I did take some pictures. I can show you some pictures of Mike's. So RGB Man, he let me take some pictures of his. So this is what his looks like. So he's got plywood base. He's got this little flange thing here that's on the bottom of his post. That thing by itself was like 20 something bucks. Because I was looking at that and I was like, dang, but I'm stupid. I'm dumb cheap. Like dumb cheap. Like sometimes it's okay to spend money. Sometimes like 20 bucks feels like too much. That's just dumb. Anyways. So his strips go all the way to the bottom. He's got them pulled nice and tight. That's how come his are all nice and flat. Mine are not. Hose clamps, pipe support, sous chef. What do you got there, Dan? I think this is cheaper for mounting the lights. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. What's this stuff? Search Google for that. Might be. How long is this though? So I looked at this kind of stuff. Have you used this, Dan? I would like to know if you've used it. Did I ever see Peace Family Lights tree? I don't think so. They have a winch that allows the tree to collapse during the show as part of the show. Oh, that's awesome. That would be really cool. So let's talk about this stuff for a second. Let's think about this. Okay, this is 10 feet. So I don't think this is going to be cheaper, Dan. This is 10 feet. It's a 10 pack of 10 feet. I'm sorry. Okay, well, that might be good. A 10 pack of 10 feet of 10-foot strips. Okay, that's pretty good. So that's like 50 cents a piece. The issue there is then you'll have to drill your holes. So you will put in a bit of more labor drilling your holes. But that's a decent option. That was something somebody else suggested. It might have been you a few days back. So that's a decent option. Oh, wow, really? He made a Pixel 2 DC board that allows you to control DC loads with pixel data. Wow. That's crazy. That's inventive. What else we got here from Mike's house? Let's see. So there's what the top of his looks like. And again, it's a 4x4 post. And then up here is one of the Boscoyo metal toppers. And then he just used some paracord. And I haven't done that at all yet. And I don't think I could. But the way mine is, it would might be okay. But anyways, I haven't done any of these kinds of straps or whatever. All right, Jeff, thanks for subscribing. Let's do the surprise for you. So that's what he did. And then just regular zip ties up there. And yeah, down there you go with the lights. What else we got in here? This is how he did the bottom. Just some washers and screws to the plywood. So this is how more of a, I wouldn't know if Mike's a pro in that he's done it and he's been doing it for years, but he's kind of on the cheap side like I am, which is great. So only $1 for 10 feet at the hardware store. No kidding, Dan. Okay, well that's not too bad. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Regular zip ties. I know, huh? I know. I got to get Mike hooked up with some grip lock ties. I haven't known him long enough. I haven't been able to share that with him yet. And then he had a 10-foot pole. So he had to, these are only, you can usually only get these 8-foot long. So he got an 8-foot long one, and then he used this stuff to strap them together. There's other stuff you could use too. I'd probably use something else. But then just make sure you secure it down here, not up there. Oh, I don't know. Up there, make sure as long as this is strong enough. But this is how he did his 10-foot one. So he had to add a little bit to it. And then just staked into the ground there. That's it. Oh, this is how he did the pipes. Okay. Pretty cool, huh? So that's my tree. UPS just arrived. Got my DrZzs EMCU node kit. Awesome. Jonathan subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, Jonathan. It's going to be a lot of subscribings today. Let's do missiles for you. Everybody cover your ears. I don't know how loud this is. Oh, I don't hear any sound at all. Does that make sound for you guys? Christmas tree's on fire. Where's the snow? I know. It's supposed to come tonight. Hopefully it gets cold enough. It hasn't been super cold. We got some rain yesterday, but we didn't get any snow yet. Go figure. Please make sure you use guy wires to hold that tree up in place for the windy nights. Yeah, good idea, Dale. I do need to. I do need to. And it's not going to be up very well. Got them through my Amazon page. Oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. 1 to 4 inches in the forecast. Is that right? Yeah, it should snow tonight. Should snow around here tonight. 3 feet of snow for the last month. Oh, man, Jamie. Yikes. We've got enough snow to go skiing, but not enough snow down here. Just in time to take the tree down. Hope that's Christmas spirit you're drinking. Yeah, it's Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah, momentum. You don't get snow for Christmas, but you get snow for July, don't you? Or not even then. 65. All right. Seen the color and the light show here in Utah? I don't think so. RGB Heaven. Is RGB Man a part of it? I don't know. Maybe. Seems like his website shows a highlight of it. Oh, it might be then. All right. We got more subscribing going on. We're going to do lightning this time. I know this one used to be really loud. Maybe it's not too bad anymore. That's for it'll work or it'll explode. Yeah, sure. Dawson's working on Arduino projects, huh, Dawson? Oh, okay. Okay. The kids like to sing a 12 Days of Christmas song for what they want for Christmas. They used to not wait until Christmas Eve, but the last couple of years they've waited until Christmas Eve to do it. 130 viewers. Hit that like button. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here. 55 today in India. Tomorrow, 57. And is that... Oh, in Indiana. I said India. I was like, 57. That's really hot because I was thinking you were Celsius. That's crazy. That's crazy warm for Indiana this time of year, I would expect, huh? At least without the snow. And I rip around on my motorbike with a Santa suit on. Nice. Nice. I would love, it would be really fun. And it's not the end of the world, but it would be really fun if we made it to the 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We have like a week. And we're really close, like 1,000 left. So it would have to be, not quite 200 a day, but we could get there. But we'll get there. We'll get there within the first week or so by CES for sure. Because CES is like the second week of January. So we'll be there. We'll be doing it then for sure. Pretty warm for the past few days. Still got snow on the ground here in Montana, Minnesota. Chris is Minnesota, right? Team effort. All right. So there was a few people that wanted some help. Anybody out there want some help? There was a guy I was chatting with. I can't remember who it was now, what his name was, but he was on Discord and he was asking for some help with getting a Tasmota switch set up in Home Assistant. We can help you with that. Maybe you can do it by the Orthodox Church New Year. When is that? When is that, Pears? I don't know when that is. Thank you very much. I'll say this. How you been, brother? How you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for being here, man. Hope you're well. Red-pilled Chuck. Even in Montreal, all the snow is gone. Oh, that's too bad, man. It's too bad. Did I see Travis's new video? No, I didn't. Really nice implementation of the Fan 03. Oh, good. Good. No, I have not seen it yet. January 14th. Oh, yeah, we'll do it by then. What day is CES this year? I can't remember. Let's look it up. CES 2020. I can't believe it's 2020. This just seems crazy to me. Went by fast. I remember 19 just barely started. Avoiding learning MQTT. You can completely survive without MQTT, Chris. I use it a lot. It would take me a while to make enough workarounds to bypass all the things I use MQTT for. But Frank doesn't use MQTT. And more things you can do without it. So 7th to the 10th in Vegas. 7th to the 10th. We're going to be there. I'm going to be there. Rob's going to be there. There's going to be a few other YouTube home automation folks there. We're all going to meet up. We'll pick a night. Laser sequences. I have a laser, right? He comes in the evening with a bunch of elves and gives each kid a present. What? Oh, Santa visiting tonight. Oh, that's awesome. Been doing it for the last 4 years. Santa he's amazing around here, around our house. So we go over to my brother-in-law's house, who just lives down the road here. It's a great time, good family. His in-laws and some of my wife's family. It's all fun and wonderful. And we have all the usual good stuff and hang out and chat. And then we come home usually sometime around 6 or 6:30 or something like that. And then we start getting into our routine. And we usually I'll do the Nightmare Before Christmas, the night before Christmas, the poem, and Santa Claus manages to drop off new pajamas on our porch almost always right when I'm doing the Night Before Christmas poem. It's amazing. So hopefully he'll be on the right time tonight as well. But that's what happens at our house on Christmas Eve. Santa comes and drops off new pajamas. Cheating, rethinking traditional. Just getting started, heading to Argentina for a month, trying to figure out what to take so I can experiment with the RGB LED. If you take a D1 Mini and you're going to have like an internet in the house and stuff. But anyways, a D1 Mini or a Node MCU and wLED and a strip of lights, and you can have some fun. The power supply. Because you don't even need, you don't need anything else. You can play with just that strip there. But PJ's Eve is such a cool one. It's the one to buy. Wait, Doc said it's the one to buy. What, Nigel? NORAD Santa Tracker time. Oh, and always watch Christmas Vacation. We'll watch a few things tonight. We'll watch Phineas and Ferb Christmas, because we love that one. We'll watch Phineas and Ferb Christmas. We will watch Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. You guys seen that? Some of you guys, I'm sure, some of you guys watched that as kids. I did. And we found it again when we were in Michigan. So this was like 2003, somewhere around there probably. My head is open. Can you see my brains? But somewhere around 2003, we found the DVD of Christmas Eve on Sesame Street, and we started watching it every year again. And so we'll watch that tonight for sure. Die Hard tonight. It's funny that Die Hard everybody's on the Die Hard is a Christmas movie thing. I love it. It's fun. It's fun. All three, the Santa Claus. The Santa Claus was a good one too. The one that they have on Netflix now with what's the dude's name? Oh man, he played. He was in the Guardians of the Galaxy 2. He was the father, the dad, something like that. Ooh, the Muppets Christmas Carol. We really like Krampus. What do the names mean that are in blue with a wrench? Oh, those are mods. Those are channel mods, moderators. So they can do special things. Mostly it's they can approve links. They can approve messages. If somebody sends a message, YouTube will filter it and say, hey, this looks like it has a swear word, or like it's got some bad something. And are you sure you want to allow this on the stream? And those mods can say yes or no. And they can boot people, or they can ban people, or they can time out people too. So they're all spammers. The wrench people are special. I don't know what I'd do without the wrench people. They've saved me many times. So, and I make new wrench people all the time too. You never know. You never know. Approve links. All your base are belong to us. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Is that a quote from something? Oh, do you want to play a game? They're like my elves. They set up the bomb. Be careful. What's that? XCPNG. If you have any USB dongle, getting them to pass through is a right royal pain in the butt. Ooh, XCPNG. I don't know what that means. I lost nerd cred because I didn't know. Do you want to play a game? But I didn't know all your base are belong to us. I know. Do you want to play a game? It's an OG meme, a meme. How's it going, Carlo? Thanks for being here. Merry Christmas. What else are you guys doing tonight? What presents have you bought for myself? My big present this year. Oh, it's a Hypervert. Yes, like Proxmox. Okay. My big present this year for myself, which is actually coming from DrZzs, and she wouldn't let me even play with it beforehand, is this. I don't know where the best way to see it is, but it's this M50 camera. I bought one used. We bought it used from a kid that was like making skateboard videos, and then decided he didn't want to do it anymore. But finally, going to kind of upgrade the camera quality. For a while now, I've been using my phone, webcams. This right here, this little setup right here that I have is webcam there, webcam pointing at the desk, you know, microphone, and I sit here and do a lot of videos this way, and I love it. It's really the best way to do it. I've used this little Sony action cam. Like there's a lot of stuff on here about the bug. Doing all the bug stuff is on here. When I go outside or in the garage, I usually use something like this. But I finally decided to upgrade. And so I shopped around a lot, and I thought this was a good mix of good camera, but not too crazy that I, you know, will be afraid to break it or afraid to use it, or it's not too big and too heavy and all that stuff. So it's pretty good. Should be fun. Well, hopefully have some enhanced quality stuff. I really wanted to make sure that when we go to China that I don't not get good footage, right? What about a GoPro? A GoPro would be good. I know that a lot of people use the new little well, they keep making them new, but the new ones, the 7 Black or whatever, they're like $700 or $800. They do a great job though. They do an amazing job for what they are. Really is amazing. Are you going to show us how you create the stream with your setup? I can. You want me to kind of show you? Let's do it this way. This will be fun. We can go back to screen mirroring. I like this. This screen mirroring thing is really handy too, because I can just mirror my phone, and then we can go to the camera and you can see, right? So let me just flip it around this way. So here it is. There's the man behind the mask. So this is my desk. There's my work laptop. There's some LEDs and stuff. And then Dr. Pepper, my HA switch plate. That little black box there that's kind of secured to the wall with the screws coming out of it, that's a power supply. That's 5 and 12 volt power. Stream Deck. And then the stuff that I use most often is in here. Got a couple monitors. Got the webcam here that shows my face. VR that we haven't used in a long time. And microphone. And then that's it. So that's that part of it. And then the other thing that I do is, let's see, let's just minimize this guy here. The other thing I do that you can see here is it's going to be like into infinity, but this is Streamlabs OBS. So this is where I bring all the stuff together. And when I switch scenes, like I can switch to, I'll use this, or I switch back to this. When I record, I use this, but then I can turn some things on and off, you know, like that. I can turn the webcam on and off. I can turn my right monitor on, my left monitor on. Oh yeah, and then I have the chat up in that other monitor, so I can see that. So it's pretty cool. That's the secret. That's the secrets. That's how I do it. Pretty cool. And yeah, I have a big old green screen on the wall behind me. Yeah, we were talking about this, me and Quindo were talking about this, right? That, oh no, it was Rob. Me and Rob were talking about it. I think he has a green screen on the wall as well, but he also has a pop-up green screen that he just sits like right behind his chair. And I have one of those and I tried it, but it just, I want to make it as minimal setup as possible. So as I have it right now, I can sit down. I can, if I didn't want to do a thumbnail or set title, or any of that, I could sit down and with like 2 button presses, I could be recording or I could be live. So it's taken a while to get to this point, and I'm not sure I'm totally done. I still want to make some improvements here and there, but I think for the most part, for me to just be able to sit down and start recording, that's the biggest. I found that the biggest hindrance to me getting videos out is recording. If I'm recording stuff all the time, then I will be making videos. If I go weeks without recording anything, like I'll do projects, but I maybe don't sit down and record it. If I don't sit down and record it, it'll take forever before I get anything done. But if I make it simple for myself to record, like I used to go through and write a script and then I would sit down in front of the camera and turn all the lights on and read the script to the camera, try and look at the camera and go back and forth with the script. And then I'd have to go out and find all the little bits of images and little clips of video that I make that I want to bring in. And it was really hard. It took a long time, long time. Part of my head is gone. I know, it's a green Christmas hat. It's a green Christmas hat. And to edit my videos, I use Final Cut Pro on my Mac laptop at work. But I think if I was going to use Windows, I would use, what's it called? DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve. That's what I would use. Green hat with a green screen. That's right. Green hat with a green screen. Makes it all disappear. The green box effect is funny. Your head is... I could do this too. We've played with this before. It's funny. You use Ubuntu? Check and see if DaVinci Resolve is Ubuntu. Has a Linux. DaVinci Resolve probably has a Linux version. Streamlabs OBS is Windows only. It might be Mac as well, but it's not Linux. But OBS by itself, you could use. And a lot of the stuff that they do some stuff in Streamlabs OBS that makes it a little easier, but there's nothing that you can't do with just OBS. In fact, sometimes Streamlabs OBS has added so much junk at this point that it makes it a little difficult. It's great for like streamers, I guess I'm a streamer, but I mean like video game guys that play whatever, Fortnite and stream or something. It's made for them, and it's made by guys who used to stream all the time. The Blackmagic ATEM Mini, is that a machine? Is that like a computer that does editing? I know, because Blackmagic, they're the ones that make. That's how DaVinci Resolve is free, because Blackmagic is. This is it, huh? What is? ATEM Mini HDMI live stream switcher. Oh, that's cool. So this will switch different sources. Audio mixer. Cool. Yeah, so basically my PC and OBS are what is doing this, but this would be, looks pretty cool. Streamlabs for gaming, yeah. And you use Streamlabs by itself, and now there's Streamlabs mixed with OBS. So they took a lot of the Streamlabs stuff, like to get chat on there and you can do a lot of really good stuff with Streamlabs OBS that I don't use, like the tip jar and you can do chat bosses and you can do all these kinds of things. That's pretty cool. That would bring all your OBS presets to the panel. That would be cool. I use my Stream Deck for some of that. But yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Might have to check that out. I know these guys, again, these Blackmagic guys are the ones that make they're the ones that make DaVinci Resolve. So thank you, Marty. I like making them. I'm glad you like them. Mech Warrior Online is my 55-year-old teen here. Nah. I like to play. I still play video games. I don't play them as much as I would like to play. Mortimer subscribed me. It's been a while since we did unicorns that toot. Resolve is available for Ubuntu. Oh, fantastic. There you go. Jamie says it is. What do I think about the announcement that several companies are going to have consortium to tackle home automation? Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it. What you're talking about is CHIP, and that is, let's see. It stands for, I can't remember what it stands for. Google, Apple, Amazon, and Zigbee are all together, and they're making this chip thing. This is somebody else's article about it, but the best place to do it is to go straight to their page, which I can't remember what it's called, but somebody can post it. Anyways, it'll be interesting to see. I'd love to hear what Paulus had to say. What did he say? He said that they're going to try and get involved with Chip. Good. That would be fantastic. I hope they do. I mean, I think they're certainly Home Assistant to me seems like the biggest and the fastest growing, the best supported, I don't know, a hub, universal open source hub, certainly. So I hope so. But we'll see. I think a lot of, somebody made hey, Ludius, how's it going, brother? Somebody posted a meme in, I don't remember where it was. Maybe it was Facebook, maybe it was Home Assistant Discord, I can't remember. But somebody posted one that said, 14 standards, that's too many. We need to simplify things. We need to make one standard that everybody can use and just bring it all together. And then the result is, now there's 15 standards. So, what's this? XKCD. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's it. There it is. That was exactly the one I saw. Now there are 15 standards. Well, DaVinci Resolve is very good. Thank you, Troy. DaVinci Resolve is really good. And I went to a YouTube conference. I've been to a few, but I went to a big one in LA this summer. And I sat down at a DaVinci Resolve booth and did like an hour-long little training that they were giving for free for people. And DaVinci Resolve is free. Even like, of course, they reserve some features for a pay version, but the stuff they reserve is like for big commercial groups that are going to need to like cloud share footage and some things that normal people like me aren't going to need. So work with a charity called Special Effect, a gaming charity for people with disabilities. Love showing off game players. Oh, that's awesome, Mark. That's really cool. Tell me more about that. Jamie and Will, having problem with wLED app Wi-Fi settings. Cannot get anything to work. Once on the page, cannot save and connect or go back. Shall I reinstall the wLED app? I would love to hear what those guys have to tell you. I like pairs. A couple things that have come up with an issue like that, where it looks like everything's working. You pull it up on the access point mode, and you put in your Wi-Fi password, name and password, and then you restart it, and then it just never connects to your Wi-Fi. And the AP mode just keeps coming up. I know one problem used to be, and I don't know if they fixed it, but the password, there were some restrictions on the password, and at least a friend of mine had an asterisk at the beginning of his password, and that was not allowed at that time. I don't know if AirCookie changed that or not, but what your password is, if your password has, I don't know, two funky characters or starts with a funky character, it might not work too well. That might be a problem. That's the only one I know for sure. Have to go. All right. See you later, Carlo. Thanks for the last week videos. You're welcome. Learned a lot. Have a nice holiday. Happy New Year to you all. See you, Carlo. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We have seen reflashing the chip improve this situation. What version are you running? Yep, there you go. You could reflash. You could also try blanking it. Flash it with blank. With a blank 4 megabyte bin. That's another thing to try. That was the Lovelace card with a fan that spins on it. Oh, what is it? I'd be happy to show you that. Be happy. That's not what I wanted to do. You put that right back there. That's what I want. With the fan spinning. So the fan is off right now, but yes, the one that spins. What that is the button card. That is custom button card. So let's edit this one. And there it is. The type of card. It's this whole section right here. This whole bit. So it's the entity is my quiet, cool fan. That's the fan in the attic. I gave it an icon. And then with the custom button card, you can do things like make it spin or make it change colors, make it flash. The custom button card is amazing. And you get the custom button card through the Home Assistant Community Store. So Home Assistant Community Store, I've already got it installed. So right here, button card. So if you go under plugins and search for button card, that's it. It's amazing. Then the amount of, let's go to the repo for a minute because the options are ridiculous. The things that you can do to available operations I mean, the stuff that you can make it do is just insane. So, and it's really well documented. But I'm happy to just copy that for you if you wanted it. Here's some more. Here's all the things you can do and what they do. Just crazy. For a button card. That's awesome. The beta wLED UI is nice. Yeah, you know what? I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it yet. I know we've talked about it, but I haven't tried it yet. Looks like the bot don't like you, Jamie? Uh-oh. What'd you try and do? You in trouble? You on the naughty list? On Christmas Eve? That's a bad choice. Merry Christmas, 8 a.m. in New Zealand. About to open presents. All right, Ned. Merry Christmas. How's Christmas? Was it good? Is it good? Still breaks your nose, Jamie? Yeah. I'm going to wait till it's not beta. Or is it out of beta yet? Because I know it was still technically a beta release. Yeah, so at least I assume that that's what he means by that. So having heard that there were some problems and stuff, I rely on mine too much. So I haven't been, and we tried it that one day and I just haven't gone back to it. I've been too busy trying to build a mega tree in 4 days and streaming every day when I wasn't working or being a dad or whatever. You're welcome. You're welcome, Dan, anytime. Can't get the new compact header working. Had to revert to the old one. Any help would be appreciated. Let's check it out. So is this, Frank asked me about it when we first started, and I haven't tried it yet. So let's find it. Where do you find it? Is it part of an update? Oh, Will's got to run. Christmas Eve starts in an hour. Thanks for everyone being here today. May you all spend incredible joy with your families and friends. Will, thank you. Big Merry Christmas to you, my friend. I think, Will, have you been here for every stream? I think Will has been in the chat moderating and helping me for every stream for the 12 streams of Christmas. So big thanks. Big Merry Christmas. You're awesome, Will. Thanks a ton, buddy. Have a nice evening with your family and enjoy. So it's in hacks. Okay. Looks like I am one. Let's look and just see what went on between 0.3 and 0.4. Okay, what happened here? Remove requirements for entity integration. Okay. Import setup function HomeKit. All right, none of that matters. Fix Decon's SSDP updating. Oh, cool. Interesting. Allow battery value 0 as well as make sure not. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't think I need to update that, so we'll skip. We don't need to do that right now. Nothing there looked terribly important. So community. Let's go. Let's look at. Is it part of integrations? And is it just called custom header? Well, it's not integration. It's probably not. Oh, custom header right here. This new thing. Let's check it out. See what it is. First, let's look at the repository before we do anything else. Custom header adds enhancements and customization options to Home Assistant's Lovelace header. Custom header is the replacement and successor of compact custom header. Okay. Jinja. Style and hide any element. That's awesome. Okay. I'm liking this. I'm digging it. Okay. But wait, there's more. All right. Well, I'm satisfied enough to say let's go ahead and install it. And are there any other instructions? When installed, this will be located here. You'll still need to add it to your Lovelace configuration. So this part here needs to be added to our raw Lovelace config. Configure UI. Raw config editor. Right here. And I think it's fine that some of them say URL and some of them say type. I don't know. I think it's been fine. Okay. So now, what else do we need to do here? I don't know. Do I need to restart or anything? I don't think I do. Something like 3 updates to custom header per day. Is that right? Plugins, I think. You need to update decons also after 10.04. Okay. Since you use the UI hacks, should be able to add that resource for you. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, Ludius would be the guy that knows. Okay. So now when I go to, it should be under, installed. Let's go down here. All right. Thanks for subscribing, Deval. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so there's probably not going to be anything else here. So I guess let's just see what happens. Is it part of my thing now? Configure UI. Where do I edit it? Where do I edit it now? No. Ludius is here, brother. Where do we? Can you run entire shows DSP on Vixen lights? Well, just for fun, yes, you can. If you're going to get too big with your shows, it probably will have a hard time. Reload. Take your time. Good stuff to start with. So being the new guy on the block, where does one begin with these Home Assistant related videos? Kind of bounced in here looking at your Christmas light show videos. Oh, well, thank you, Marty. You know where I would start with, you know, it's changed so much. I need to do a new one, and I probably will before too long. But until then, I think Juan M Tech still has the best getting started video or series of videos for Home Assistant. How into, I'm getting scrolled, by the way. How into computer stuff are you? Are you the kind of guy that can run a virtual machine on a Nook or some other kind of single board computer, or does that sound crazy to you? And if it sounds crazy to you, that's okay. Then the easy thing to do is just get a Raspberry Pi and an SD card, and you can run it that way. It's all right that I get squirreled. That's what I do, man. You're a geek by trade. Okay. Well, a lot of us run Home Assistant in a virtual machine on something. What I use is Proxmox on an old Intel Nook. Proxmox is a VM operating system, and then I run HASS.io, and there's a really easy way to install that. But where to start? What is the script called for installing it from Whiskers? Oh, Will just left too. The Proxmox video was great. Hey, Citendra, how's it going? Merry Christmas, man. Awesome. Thank you, Just for Fun. I don't remember where we were. Frank fixed decons, thankfully. It was really broken after the previous update. I wonder if that's why my cube, I've been throwing my cube up in the air and it hasn't been working. I wonder if that's why. It's interesting. Curious, do you have any security on your garage doors in combination with your voice assistant, or could someone yell, open the door next to your window? So I don't have anything like that, but I believe, and I try it and see, and you guys tell me if you guys know one way or the other, but there was a time not long ago where you couldn't say to, at least to Amazon Echo, open or unlock. She wouldn't do it. If you said, Bertha, unlock the garage door, or open or unlock the back door, or open the garage door, she wouldn't do it. Then they made it so she would respond to those, but you also had to give her a passcode. So if you said, Bertha, unlock the back door, she would say, what's the passcode? And you'd have to say 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever. So what I've found though with the hack together stuff, like we have sometimes, like I have at least, a bypass for that was for me to say, Bertha, turn on the garage door. And then she would open the garage door. So somebody could, I guess, yell that through the window and open the door if you want, but. Where were we? Does anybody remember what we were talking about? I feel like I was halfway through something three times ago. Buy some. Ooh, yeah, you need to buy some grip ties, sir. Good enough. Did you see me using them? Did you see me using them on the tree outside? I did. Bubba, shut the door. Thanks, Peep. Sorry for throwing a shiny object into the mix. It's all good, Marty. That's what we love, brother. That's what we love. The header, the compact header. That's right. We were installing the compact header. Good times. Link to the Whiskers script. Let's find that thing. Okay, so here's 1M Tech. I will copy this for Marty. This will get you started, Marty, but honestly, it needs to be updated. And then I did something about Proxmox a while back. So if you wanted to look at that, if you go back through my videos, probably going to be way back here somewhere. You guys remember where? That was like last year or almost last Christmas. So look through here, find the one about Proxmox. There's something there about Proxmox. Let's see if somebody posted that link for me. Thank you, Mark. You're a star. Here it is. Love it. Oh, and then how do you say it? Heat did the Proxmox yesterday, 8 months ago. All right. There it is. So this script here that I just posted, GitHub for Whiskers, and thank you, Mark, again for that. That is to install Has.io, super simple on Proxmox. And is that the LMX or whatever it is, LXM? It's kind of like it's less resource hungry, whatever. So that's a good way to install it. Oh, and that's the video, Stone Wallace? So you gotta do YouTube before that or something? Anyways, thank you guys for posting that. Appreciate it. Okay, so that was that. And then we were doing, we did 1M Tech, and we did that for Marty. Okay, we got that part done. We were looking at, nope, it's not that. We were looking at the custom header. And what I want to know is then how do you use it? Do you start a new card? Like, I guess let's just do we need to just reload? Oops. Let's just restart for the heck of it. I don't usually need a restart though. LXC. Thank you. Thank you, Quindor. Putting youtube.com/ before that link. Thank you, Stone Wallace. That's a nice way to do it. No, Hedda in English. Okay, great. Thank you. Sorry about that. You can call me Hustine or something. My friends call me DrZzs. Do you guys know that? I do have one. It's mostly my son's friends, so his teenage friends. Instead of DrZzs, they just say DrZzs, which I actually think is pretty cool. So when we meet, you can call me DrZzs. You're all my friends. You can call me DrZzs. Seamus, what you got here for me, buddy? Oh, same one. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Seamus just posted that same link for the Proxmox with Whiskers. Whiskers is a stud when it comes to Proxmox and writing those scripts to make them like a one-line, super easy install. And in the same place, I had to do a restart. Click the 3 dots. Oh, there it is. Custom header. I just did shift and then I did shift and reload. And there it is. So let's look at custom header now. All right. You can temporarily disable custom header by adding disable ch to the end of your URL. Okay. What happens to my compact custom header stuff? Do I need to go in and take out my compact custom header stuff? Because right now everything that's up here is normal. Oh no, it says Home Assistant where it used to say Aidensville. Save and reload, and now it says Aidensville. I'm betting what we should do here is go in and take out the CCH settings, right? So this is compact custom header settings. So when I go in here and I have CCH settings, that's all this stuff. And that's what I've been using. And it looks like what we have now is custom header, replacing that. So do I need to take out the old ones? Just deleted CCH. Is that what you did, Mark? And that worked? That didn't send you spinning into limbo land. So then I'll go into raw config and I need to take out this compact custom header stuff right here, right? Cut that out. It's probably going to go, what? You don't have a header at all now? And now the only thing I should have, oops. Wait, where'd it go? Why did my custom header leave? There we go. Custom header. Now I can do it with this. All right. I don't know what most of this means. You can temporarily disable, we did that. Designates items that are already a template and won't be modified by the editor. Marks items that remove your ability to edit the UI. All text options, change over, okay. Footer mode, disable mode, compact mode. Display chevrons. Disable sidebar. Disable header. Hide configure UI, hide help. Hide raw config editor. I wouldn't hide that. Hide unused icons or unused entities. Hide the menu button. Hide the voice button. I don't use the voice button. Hide the options button. Menu and drop down menu. Voice and drop down menu. Actually, those would be fine. Reverse button orientation. You know what I would like to do too is only use some of my tabs because I don't use all my tabs. Oh, look, so I did hide. My header part's gone. That's actually probably okay though. So which part is that? Disable mode. What did I disable at the top? I did something. Hide tab, redirect. Oh, maybe that's compact mode. So if I turn compact mode off, then it'll probably show up again. Okay, so that does this part. Actually, that's fine. Let's do that. Let's go to custom header again. Oops. Nope. Custom header. I like that compact mode. So who's having trouble with this? Yeah, there you go. Lou Diaz is here. Thank you, brother. So I can still get what I want here, and I can still get what I want here. That's good. So that saves me some screen real estate up there. I like that. I can do that. How do you limit which of these views you see or which of these tabs? I just have some tabs here I don't ever use. I need to just delete them. You just delete them completely. I don't think custom header is as good as CCH. Maybe true. It's probably going to get there though. You know, it's becoming an official part. It is compact custom header, just modified, right? Footer split mode is nice for mobile. Ooh, okay. Let's check that out. Custom header. Footer mode. Oh, now it's down there. Oh, that's cool. That would be nice for mobile. I like that. Okay. There's a setting to hide tabs. Kiosk mode. And you said this removes the ability to edit the UI. Okay. Disable header. Hide the header, but allow swipe out of sidebar. Well, that's cool. Good evening, folks. Catching up with the stream while sat in our car waiting for our takeaway meal to be made. Well, what are you having, Tony? Christmas ribs? Christmas burritos? Animated weather card. I love it. Did you just set the name to a space to hide it? Mine was really unpleasant with just home weather. Oh, let's look at it and see. I don't know. What was the other one you said here? I'm squirreling away. Huh? Aren't I? Yeah. Yeehaw. All right, I'm going to put it back at the top for now so that I don't monkey around too much. All right, so there's that. And then this, what did I do to that? I don't know. Let's look at it and see. Configure UI, edit. I guess I just left the name blank. Looks like I just didn't put anything in there. Is that what you're asking, Mark? Make a hamburger stuffing. Oh, ground beef, mashed tates, fresh bacon cut into bacon bits, a bunch of spices, all cooked in bacon grease, then stuffed in the bird. Hot dog, Jamie. What's your address? I'm on my way over. Did you miss the mega tree? You kind of did, Nick. You kind of did, but you can watch it back at the beginning of the video. it's not running lights yet, but it's standing up outside. And I went through like lessons I learned, really, because I would not say that, oh, look at how I made a mega tree. This is how you should make it. It's more like, this is what happens when you say, I'm going to make a mega tree in 3 days or 4 days. This is what you get. So lessons learned, and it'll be better next time for sure. So. All right. That answered that for Mark. Do you like how I did? I like this, that it's kind of transparent. I did that with the, where did I do that yet? I did it in the theme. So if I go here, I guess I should do it through because I'm using the iOS, I don't remember what it was, iOS dark something theme, something. Yeah, that's the folder I want. What? There it goes. All right, so then I'm going to go to themes, and then I'm going to go to iOS dark mode. And then in here, right here, this has something to do, this is the RGBA, and then I thought A had to do with, was that the one? No. Somewhere in here, maybe that's it. No, I don't think that's it. It had to do, somewhere in there is where I put in how to make it kind of transparent in the background. I can't remember. I just read through this and I found it, and I changed it a little bit. And so then when windows pop up like that, they're kind of transparent. And this thing up here is kind of transparent. So when you scroll past, you can see through that. I think that's pretty cool. That fourth one is for transparency. Okay, so I was right. It is in the A. Okay. That's funny, because I was doubting myself. I was like, no, that's probably not it. But yeah, it is. A is alpha, which is transparency. There you go. Glad you guys are here. Cheers. Yeah, the new theme stuff is awesome. And being able to just grab the themes in the community store, I mean, that is amazing. Just going to the community store and themes and just grabbing ones you want to try. And then if you've got a little bit of inclination, you can go in here. Like, I didn't like this, the bar in this was, not map, overview. This bar here was orange, I think. So the bar was orange, and I didn't like it. I didn't like orange. So I went in there and made it, whatever it is, kind of a bluish purple, and then made it more transparent. And then we talked about the backgrounds, the background images using this line a while back, like first or second stream of Christmas or whatever. So that was really fun and works really well now. It looks awesome. And you can do this in any theme. You can set a background like this. So cool stuff. Very cool. Very, very cool. Looks like Mrs. Z's is going somewhere. I wonder where she's going on Christmas Eve. Shouldn't be leaving anywhere. All right. Nick says, I had an ESP8266 running 150 bullet lights, WS2011. I think, with X lights, it's lag. Any ideas? I followed your settings, but when I got outside, they lagged and my chase was very jumpy. Has anybody else dealt with that? I know that there have been some people who have dealt with that, and I don't remember what the solution was. There is something in here about where you can set a delay somewhere. And I thought that might have been what people were doing when they had that problem. Can't remember where it was. I don't know, that probably doesn't have anything to do with it. Chase, jumpy, low voltage at first, LED or LED too long, maybe. I think it was under LED preferences. Might need to add hacks to custom components first. Oh, was that me? for somebody that wasn't getting that. Thank you, Seamus. There was something in here about a delay. Can't remember where it was. Transition time. That might have something to do with it. You might try that. Either voltage or lack of it being injected or not the right number of LEDs. Could be that too. People are having a problem with NTP server if they were not on the internet. About to head out. Wanted to say thanks a lot for all the streams. You're welcome. You're welcome, Denvin. Might just start with Node Red someday after your stream with Rob. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you too, man. We'll see ya. Transition time, yeah. Try that. Try shortening that maybe. So instead of 0.7 seconds. That's actually, if you think about it, it's kind of a long time. I don't know why though I don't know why that would. Yeah, I don't know how X-Lights is different than when it's getting its own commands, but split mode. Oh, 5 hours ago. Oh, man. Okay, I don't have the new one yet. I'll check that out, Ludius, when it comes out. Thanks for all your work on that, my friend. The community store has been amazing, so thank you for making that happen. How did you get the boxes with curved corners? That was another setting. The curved corners here. That was another setting in here, and I don't remember where it was, but I thought I set it. I thought I set it in here. If I didn't set it in there, then it was just a matter of poking around in the theme repository where it describes some things. So like, see, they have rounded corners there. I don't remember where. Instead of, so here's square corners, right? And there's rounded corners. So here's some of the options, installations. Let's see, dark mode, manual. Nope, that wasn't there. Backgrounds, no. Can't remember where I changed that. Thought it was in here. Let's see if we can just Control F and find corners. No results. Did I use Theme Maker? I didn't use Theme Maker. Border radius. Oh, that sounds right. Here we go. Border radius. Thank you, sir. ATA card, border radius, 20px. Thanks, Ludius. And who else pointed that out? That's the way, boys. Thank you much. Jolo Levi, I must have in the config.yaml. Just to be clear, when I remove the setup in YAML, all integrations will be gone too. Oh boy. Yeah, you guys can get him straight now. So that's Hedda trying to figure out how to get the Home Assistant Community Store. When I did my video on the Home Assistant Community Store, did I do it? I did it before it became easier to do, right? I kind of think I did. I kind of feel like that was one of those ones that I did it, like as soon as I discovered it. And then like within a couple days, it became a lot easier. It was a different method for getting it installed, and I never redid it. I didn't redo an instruction thing for it, but it's not too bad. Let's just point him to the Home Assistant Community Store install stuff, I'm sure is Home Assistant. Home Assistant Community Store. Yeah, there's a video. So this one right here, you could check that out. I can't remember if I did something different with that or not. And then it looks like there's a couple others. Oh, this guy does them in Spanish, I think, if I remember right. And then Bearded Tinker did something on it too. And that's true. Yes, Joe is absolutely right. I know what you're talking about. And yes, Hedda, he's right. Yes, because I was afraid of that as well. And I think I just did that the other day with Frank, didn't I? I just barely did that the other day. What I did I was loading it through YAML, the old way, the way I did it in that video probably. And I had left it that way, but then I redid it through whatever Frank told me to do, which is what Joe's telling you to do through the integration or whatever. And here's actually telling you how to do it. It's showing you right there. It's showing you. I think it's showing you. But yes, and then all my community store stuff, like everything that I had used, everything I had loaded through the community store was all still there. All my custom cards, my integrations, the plugins, all that stuff was still there. It was okay. It did not explode. I know your fear because I had the same. What does Aragorn say? Oh gosh, when he's giving the speech to everybody right in front of the gates of Mordor. Anyways, I can't remember the quote enough to try it. Hot diggity, bow. Awesome. All right, what else going on, fellas? What else? Love my Google speakers. I have a group in Google Home, and I just cast Christmas music to all of them at once, all synced perfectly. That is nice. So do you have it, Sir Good Enough? Do you have that? Do you do that through Home Assistant, or you just do it through the Google app? Throw it in. How would I go from YAML to the configure UI? So you're talking about the same thing, Gary, with the community store? We will not go quietly into the night. Today is our Independence Day. That was a different one, but hey, it works. He said something like, the fear, I see in your eyes the fear that would take the heart of me, or something like that as well. Remove YAML, restart Home Assistant, add in configuration integrations. Restart 2 times. There you go. You got the man here. Lou Diaz is he's the Home Assistant community store man. So he can tell you. He knows his things. Seems like Joe does too. Which is awesome. So from YAML mode to configure UI. Oh, you're talking about Lovelace. Gary's talking about Lovelace. Gary is talking about Lovelace. All right. So in your configuration.yaml, you probably have something like this, right? You have a line that says Lovelace mode YAML. Take that out. I don't know if there's anything else you need to do. Can't remember. Is there? Anybody else remember? I don't think so. I don't remember. I don't remember how you had to set it up. That might be it. Will all my stuff still be there? Oh, I remember that part. Yeah, what you have to do the first time, Gary? No, it won't be. It won't be. So take your Lovelace. So I don't remember what the file is called, lovelace-ui.yaml or something like that, and copy it all. And then when you start Home Assistant again, you'll do this, if I recall. And please tell me, guys, if I'm telling him wrong. I'd hate to ruin his Christmas. You should be able to go to configure UI, and then again raw config editor, and then you'll have to paste in what you had in your Lovelace YAML. And hopefully the formatting will all work out okay. I don't know. Do you have a section like this that says resources and stuff? You probably do. But I think you should be able to just copy in your Lovelace YAML file into this raw config editor, and hopefully it'll work out. Oops, sorry, hit that. Hey, the floating head. How's it going, Randon? How about a backup first? That's a beautiful idea. Meph has a beautiful idea. I would do that too. Backup first. Here's Ludius. Ludius to save the day. Remove YAML mode from config. Restart. From the UI, click configure UI. Click the top right again. Select raw editor. Copy the contents of the UI. I said it right. Yes. Yes. It'll still be there. That's true too. All right, no biggie, really, if it really doesn't. We'll give it a try, Gary, and let us know. We'll still be here for a few minutes. I'm glad. Boy, anytime I say this is how you do it and then Ludius agrees with me, obviously I feel like a star. You could update your GitHub. Oh my gosh. Yes, I need to do that. Oh my gosh. You know how old my GitHub is? Oh. I need to, but I don't. If somebody would like to take control of that and just do that for me, just set it up so that it copies my. I had it at one point, like I did it almost right, where it was just backing up my config folder, like everything here in this folder was going to GitHub, but I left an old secrets file in here. Like I even have the probably git ignore. See, I even have git ignore, so it would ignore the stuff. But I had like an old secrets.yaml or something. I don't know why, or I had some old file like that, and it showed up, and so then I had to undo it, and I've never gone back to it. So many others helped me the last 3 years. You're welcome, Hedda. I'm glad, my friend. We have a great community. I am proud to be a part of it. We've got some wonderful people who just give and give and give with their time to develop these things, to create them, like Ludius and Frank and these guys. And then guys who maybe they don't create it. Maybe they don't do videos, but they're just in there every day helping. They're just in the chat. They're in Discord or on the forums, and people are struggling, having questions, having troubles, and we've just got an amazing amount of people, and it's awesome how that kind of spirit of helping just perpetuates itself. You know, when people are positive and helpful, and it's hard. It's not always easy when somebody's asking questions that, you know, should be easy to get the answers to or whatever. It's really, if you go to Reddit or you go to some of these places, there's a lot of snarkiness. Right? Somebody will ask a question and they'll get kind of berated. Oh, how could you be so dumb to ask that question? And sometimes you might feel that way, but I feel like in Home Assistant, in the Discord and the forums, and I certainly try it in any of those things that I'm a part of to manage that so that it's kind. Even if you do need to tell somebody, hey, read the effing docs, you do it in a kind way or with some humor, and goes a long way. So. Not everybody's at the same level. Nobody, right? Nobody, really. Joe is another guy from Utah, Clearfield by day, Cache Valley by night. Well, awesome, Joe. We'll have to have a meetup sometime this coming year. What do you say? Let's do it. We don't know where they started. Just have to do the best to guide them. That's true. That's right, Jamie. That's right. And that's sometimes a nice thing that I have learned to do occasionally is a little more fact finding. As soon as somebody asks a question, it's hard when you're asking the question to know what to ask or to know what information the people who are going to help you might need. So I almost always follow up with some questions. When somebody says, hey, I can't get this to work, then I say, okay, well, show me where you're at. Give me this. And let's see where you're at. And then maybe we can go from there. So, or sometimes I just start throwing answers at them. Just restart. Try it. Unplug it, and plug it in again. It'll work. You don't know what you don't know till you don't know. Till you know, then you know. Good times, fellas. Good times. All right. Let's go. We got about another 15, 20 minutes, I think. What do you think? I could stay all day, but it is Christmas Eve. Got some monkeys down there. Got a brother-in-law who's putting up some lights at his house, and I promised him I'd chat with him and help him out. So I got to do that too here. People can be really good at some things, but not at everything. You never know when they can help you. Amen. With as fast as things are being developed, the effing docs may be out of date. The community rocks. That's the truth, Joe. That is the truth. Recent time watcher, first time caller. Thanks for the videos. You're welcome, Jeff. You are welcome. Let's play this for you for being here for the first time. I love this song. All right. Thanks for being here. I tried something a while back and it didn't really turn out too well, but I'm going to play it anyways right now. Woo-hoo! See what happened to that? It was supposed to be me, but it had too much green in it, and when I green screened it, it all got cut out. That was funny. I also had the PCBWay ad thing. That was kind of fun. The cloud. This one's cute. Did this for PCBWay. That was some good fun. Is there an audio for Motion Eye cameras? Oh, you know what, Rich? I can't remember. Is anybody using Motion Eye? I don't remember. I switched from Motion Eye to Blue Iris, and I don't remember. I would expect there is. I would think that it would be possible, but I wish I could tell you for sure. I don't know. Frank might still be using Motion Eye. I'm not sure. So can I load my D1 Mini without going to Arduino? Heck yes, Henry. You sure stinking can. In fact, I have not opened the Arduino IDE in well over a year. I just don't need it anymore. What you do is you get a... What are you trying to load? Flash Easy? Yep. There's a new one too. Should we download the new one? All right. Merry Christmas. Can I show this, Ludius? Four minutes ago. What did you do? It's public. Okay, so yes, I can show it. Sometimes Frank sends me super secret stuff and I have to clarify first. So, what did you add? Let's see. Oh, this is for the split thing. Is this for the split thing? All right, so let's go in and update. Dun 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 dun. So this I should probably. It's going to look and it's going to say, oh, hey, you can update. Right? Yes, let's update. Just installed. Restart pending. We can do that. We don't even need a reason. We can kill all the gophers. We don't even need a reason. Movie? Eh? Come on. Who can do it? I love movie trivia. Movie line trivia. Got here super late. Is there a way to set up a little wireless button switch to activate something in Home Assistant? Heck yes, there sure is. So as far as wireless buttons, Caddyshack. That's right, Matt wins. Caddyshack, Caddyshack, Caddyshack. Happy Gilmore, close. Another golf movie. I think Seamus is messing with us. I like that, though. That's good humor, too. Nicely done. Well played. All right, we're going to restart that. So as far as push buttons, so yes, Einstein. What I do for push buttons, battery push buttons, right? That's what you're talking about when you say remote. RF or Zigbee. Those are two light power usage battery button options. The RF, for both of them, you'll need some kind of a bridge to Home Assistant. With the RF, I use a signoff RF bridge. I think they cost about $8. You flash it with Tasmota. You buy some. There's a variety of ways you can flash it. You can flash it and then use a certain. I don't even want to say spectrum, but a certain group of devices, which are not always easy to identify, but not all RF devices. And then there's an an extra step to flashing that you can do that opens it up so that you can use it for pretty much any RF device. And those are pretty cheap and pretty easy. That's probably the least expensive way, and it's decently reliable. What I would recommend, though, is to do Zigbee. And either use, oh, you know what? I never did that. I have a Zigbee to MQTT thing I was going to build during the 12 streams of Christmas, and I never did. But do Zigbee and get a Zigbee hub, a USB Zigbee to MQTT or Decons, or there's a couple others, I think, hub. You plug it into your Home Assistant computer, whatever's running Home Assistant, and then you set up Decons, the add-on Decons, or Zigbee to MQTT, I think is a different one. And then they've got lots of really good little buttons. The Xiaomi Aquara buttons are really good, really responsive. And that's what this is. Like, you've seen me throw this cube up in the air. This is a Xiaomi Aquara Magic Cube. And I've got it set to do all kinds of things, depending on which sides I flip to, shake it, throw it up in the air, whatever. And this communicates with my Conbi 2 Zigbee USB dongle that's plugged into my Home Assistant computer. And then through Decons, it triggers stuff in Home Assistant that, tells the kids it's time for sign off, turns my Pandora on my Amazon Echo, turns the volume up, turns the volume down. I mean, you can do anything. So, and then I have buttons too. They have battery powered buttons. So I have buttons on the girls' walls that you can press. IKEA, yep, all the IKEA TAD-free stuff is Zigbee and works with Decons. I think Zigbee is a good technology to have the option to use. So I use the RF too. I still use the RF stuff a lot. RF is pretty good for being inexpensive, and you can get motion sensors. With Zigbee, you can get the temperature sensors, motion sensors, door sensors, plus the buttons. So I want to see a ZemiSmart downlight for my hall for my kids to use when he gets up to use the bathroom. You rock. Flashing Home Assistant now on Pi 4. Maybe I can figure while everyone eats tonight. All right. Good luck, man. Good luck. Baby steps. To show me what I hope to get it working. Awesome info. Thanks. Can't wait to get started now. Have an IKEA real close by too. Perfect. Perfecto. Other smarter folks here. Reading this, I think you convinced me to use Signoff Mini for replacing fluorescent under cabinet lighting with LED RGBW strips. No more ballast. Am I crazy? Not crazy, but I'm not sure if you want to use the Signoff Mini for that. I think replacing fluorescent lights with their ballast and all that stuff with a strip of LEDs is a great idea. I did that in my garage. All my fluorescent lights are gone in the garage, and it's all just strips of white LEDs. If under your counters you want to put strips of RGB LEDs, you don't need a Signoff Mini. What you need is a D1 Mini or a Node MCU and a power supply and wLED or something like that. I would, of course, just recommend wLED. And then you can use the white lights when you want them, or then you can have it play magic fancy things if you're going to use RGB LEDs. The easy thing would be just to use a regular strip of white LEDs. And you could just get, if you wanted to be super simple and you just wanted white, you only wanted one color and you didn't care about dimming, you just wanted them on and off, then a Signoff SV with 12 volts and 12 volt strip of white LEDs of whatever temperature color you like. And that would be super easy and pretty dang cheap. But if you want to do the red, white, you want to do the red, blue, green and white, then I would use a Node MCU or D1 Mini plus wLED, and you'd be golden. 3Ative, ho ho homies, I'm back. How's it going? Have I moved away from Signoff's basics? I'm using them with 3D printed enclosures for light switches. I have moved away from them, but not because I think there's anything wrong with them. I just have the opportunity to use other things because people just send me stuff, so I don't have to buy much stuff anymore. That's a wonderful thing for me to be in that position. So when that's where I'm at. I like them. I still think they're good. I think the version 1 was still I don't know if it was still the best, but it was great. The version 3 has some advantages, but they took some steps back between version 2 and version 3, I thought. So, all right. We got Frederick subscribing. Frederick's gonna get the surprise. So I haven't used a new Signoff Basic for a light switch in a while. but I still have my old ones, and I like them, and they still work. And this, I don't know that you can find a cheaper way to do it. You know what's really cool too is that Signoff has these they have Zigbee switches now. So they have a Signoff Basic that's Zigbee that's $8, and I think that has got to be the cheapest possible Zigbee controlled relay that you're ever going to find. And even though I struggled a little bit to get mine working with decons, and I haven't actually got it to work yet, I haven't really spent a ton of time on it. Frank says they work, and he's using them on his, so they do work. You wouldn't put one in the wall? Yeah. I do get a little worried about mine sometimes because I'm an idiot and I just got them wrapped in electric tape in a couple of spots in my house, and the electric tape is probably just melting and falling off of them now. So I think I am going to replace them at some point when I get around to it, maybe this coming year. When I do replace them, I think what I'm probably going to use, and this is just me, and this is again because I've got access to them, but I think I'm going to probably use the BH Onofres. Do you guys remember that? You remember me talking about the BH Onofres? What is that noise? Oh, maybe it's the kids backing up the golf cart. So this is a BH Onofre, and BH stands for Bruno Orta. I did 2 videos about this stuff, and I love them. And I've actually, me and Bruno, Bruno now has a pick and place machine. I helped him, and you guys helped him to be able to raise the money to get the BH Onofre pick and place machine. So he's now able to make these. He can make 300 a day now instead of 30 a day. So I'm letting him get his production up and running. But if I was going to start replacing a whole lot of things in my house, I would use this. And what do I like about this? It's still got the AC in, low voltage out, so you can just replace it with your mains voltage right there in your switch. It's got 2 relays on it, but these are small relays, and they are 2 amp relays. You can either do solid state or normal relays. And I don't care, whatever. Some people have a reason why they like solid state. Some people have reasons why they don't, whatever. But anyways, these are 2 amp relays. So that you got to remember that. You can't put a lot of load on this, but 2 amps typically is enough for light switches. And then one of the things I really like is that he's made it available. All these pins are available. So he's using a few pins for the relays and such, but you can, through these pins, you can put out touch modules. You can put out motion sensors. You can put out temperature sensors. You could put out an RGB LED to do indications of lights, and it's all in this tiny little package. It's a little bigger than a Shelly 2. And I think he's making them for about $20, $25 a piece, something like that. He's in Portugal. I'm gonna go to Portugal. I don't know when, but I'm gonna try and go there. And anyways, so if I was gonna, and this is me personally, I know this is not a UL listed device. This is not something that's gone through rigorous testing, other than Bruno has been testing them and built them and whatever. So, you got to have a level of trust. And if you're not at that level with this device, I can't blame you. But I am, and I like it. And I've had 2, which is not a lot, but I've had 2, and I've been running them in my wall, in the bathroom and in the mudroom, and they get switched on and off more than just about any light switch in the house. And they've been stellar. And I've got temperature sensors and motion sensors installed on both of them, and they work great. I love them. So anyways, that's a plug for the BH Onofre. Shelly's are great too. Do I still use Mycroft? I have unplugged my Mycroft for a while. Do I have community? Oh, you're talking to somebody else, right, Seamus? I would like to try the Mycroft again. The last I checked on the Mycroft project, hopefully we'll see them again at CES this year. Mycroft Voice Assistant. So last I knew about Mycroft, they were kind of going for less of a device. Like they weren't going to focus so much on making the device with the hardware, because they were really struggling to do something that made them happy with that. So instead they wanted to shift their focus to just making a software that would run really, really well on a Raspberry Pi. So they were switching from, okay, I'm going to sell this Mycroft device for $200 and try and compete with the Amazon Echo or the Google Home. And they said, you know what, bag it. We're going to just say, here's our software. That's awesome. You run it on a Raspberry Pi. You hook up your own microphone, your own speakers, and it's going to be a great little voice assistant for you. So that's the last I read about what they were doing. That was my understanding. And I think that's great. I think that's a good way to go for them. I think trying to develop hardware and keep up with Amazon and Google is going to be impossible for somebody that's small. So, after updating hacks, I can't no longer switch between tabs, including the settings. You, I don't know. I'm not sure where to help you, Woodcat. I'm not sure where to help you. Updating hacks can no longer switch between tabs, including the settings. Oh dear. Go to the integrations and click on the cog. You should be able to enable the tick boxes. So in integrations, so we're going to go configuration, integrations, and then I think, yeah, you got to go here. So you'll have to plus, and then plus hacks. All right, make sure you've added this. Is that what you're saying? Maybe not. Get your snapshot ready. Clear the cache, Woodcat. Okay, you got guys here that'll tell you the right things to do. Don't listen to me. Awesome. Thank you, fellas. What would we restarted because we wanted to go to the custom header and do split. I like the idea of split. I imagine it's going to give us something above and below, right? Kiosk, disable. Where is split? You guys see it? Oh, and there's hide tabs and show tabs. Maybe that's something you need to fix. Change. Maybe are you on hide tabs? What is the internal temperature of a tauntaun? Someone just asked me. Warm enough. Must be at least something relatively close to the body temperature of a human being. Take a look at this thing quick. All right. Pixel to things. Pixel data in, other things out. The very first pixel data decoder. Pixel to DC. Liner boards allows you to drive dimmable DC outputs as well as servos from a WS2811 pixel line. The board itself is powered. Okay. That sounds really cool. So this is how you said he makes things move, right? Lukewarm. Oh, dang it, Levi. That's a good one. It's lukewarm. Oh, I should have known. Oh, Jamie got that one first even. Oh, man. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe I don't have the updated version of no, I thought I just did. Didn't I just update that? Let's look and see. Community store. Oh, this is because I updated the community store. We'll look at it in a minute. You can control pumps and servos like a snowman wave. That's awesome. Mark groans. Nah, not a fan of the Luke joke, Mark. I thought it was pretty clever. Loving your new Nook. So fast compared to your old laptop. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad to hear it. I thought I updated to the latest, but I think what I did was I updated to the latest community store and probably not to the latest custom header, right? I forget now what I did. All right. What'd you miss? DHP? Nothing. We've just been chatting. Actually, you missed everything. All right, let's go back to that community store and just click past it. Okay, now let's go here and go to the custom header. 1.1.5. Brand new i7 Nook running Proxbox. Much too fast. Barely tickling the processor, even with HAS. A separate data server, a couple of Docker installs, and Blue Iris machine. Holy cow. That's fantastic. That's great, Mark. Jealous. Mucho jelly. Ooh. That's cool. That's new. Custom header. So it should be over here. It should be right here, huh? Split should be right there. Reverse, hide. Do I need to upgrade? Oh, maybe I do. Do I need to update to split mode? Maybe clear the cache. Okay. And does it need to be 103.4 of Home Assistant? Does that matter? Tabs. Hacks doesn't work after update. This part? Mine's working. I'll bet you it's a check Nicola or the others. Check your. It could be that it's a Home Assistant update thing. Sometimes I know you have to have the same things. You have to have it all updated at the same time. Oh, man. Clear the cache, it's just shift and reload, right? I could do this update too. Does that make a difference? It's crazy. Where's it at? Still at it? Yep. We're getting close to done though. We're getting close to done. Control Shift R. Okay. Is it because I have compact mode on or something? Phooey. Well, as soon as I get split, I'll try it. So I'm assuming split means you get some things at the top and some things at the bottom. That's awesome. All right. We're going to do the Christmas Day stickers. I wish I would have been able to get everything set up to do the giveaway of the pixels. So I have here 400 of Mark, RGB Man pixels to give away, and I just didn't get it done. I just didn't get it. I didn't get the giveaway criteria all set up with enough time. I wanted to try and do it today, but I built a mega tree instead. Yes, everybody else is updating and it shows split mode. What's wrong with me? Let's hold on. Okay, now it's open. Now you can enter. Let's see. Let's make sure. Let's just double check that everything is up to date. Community. So the community store is up to date, right? Oh, it needs a restart Home Assistant. Look at some of these things. Maybe I need to restart twice. I didn't restart twice. Could that be a thing? Talking clock. There's some crazy stuff out there. I don't even know. So the community store is up to date. And we already said that that's up to date. Let's just restart it again. What the heck? What's it going to hurt? I haven't changed anything, so I'm just going to do that. Boom, baby. Number 1. Seamus is numero uno. Stone Wallace. Awesome. Jeff Hammer. It's hammer time. Do. All right, what's Lydia's going to say? Try reinstall. Restart is not needed for plugins. Okay. Too late. Now I did it. We can start closing some of these things. on that. Just going through the tabs, cleaning some tabs. All right. Wish this had a dark mode. Oh. There it is. Hammer jokes. Last 40 years of my life. Sorry, man. Come up with a giveaway for New Year's for RGB Man's Pixels. That's probably a good idea, Jamie. That's probably a good idea. I don't want to try and rush it. I want to try and make it good for people who have been part of the community for a while, and I want to make it good for people who are new. And then I got an interesting issue. Did I tell you about this? So to send these pixels internationally might not be feasible. But I was checking, during probably the worst time to possibly ask for shipping rates, right? Like 5 days before Christmas. Oh, this is what split looks like. Creative has splits here. So it's got some stuff up here and stuff up down there. And then I'm guessing with the splits, you're going to get a panel that'll say which parts you want at the bottom, which parts you want at the top. That's cool. That's cool. Does your vacuum really have eyes on it? Should. Everybody's should. They should come with eyes on them. Little red ones. Or like, they should come with a Knight Rider thing. Right? Oh, that's right, Jamie. I think he did say that. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, he did. He said he could send them direct from the supplier. So, that's a good idea. And I wonder if that means we can give away double. If we do, that's fine. I'll buy them from him. He's been super generous with me. So, I think we've helped him sell a lot. So he does, like, you can't beat the price he gives you. 25 cents per pixel. And he's been really cutting a lot of things on his end to try and keep that way. He's got a new website. He's trying to take credit cards and PayPal and stuff, and those guys charge him a fee, and he's absorbing that, trying not to pass that price on to others. So he's making even less of a margin. But he does have some great prices. Gave my girlfriend a whole assortment of Google Eyes, and now I find them stuff all over the house. That's awesome. I'm going to go get some for Mrs. Z's. You know what? I guess we need to talk to Mrs. Z's about her. She's got a birthday in December, right? Her birthday was the beginning of the 12 streams of Christmas and then the end, right? So she got present at the beginning of the 12 streams of Christmas and then Christmas at the end. So I got to try and, hey, Mark. Oh yeah, we'll start over. Starting over. Okay. So I did a mega tree this morning. I don't have something good for Mrs. Z's for Christmas. I got her something decent for her birthday, but I got to get something for Christmas. Got her the toilet seat, which is genius, if I do say so myself. Oh yes, fantastic prices. I'll have a baby mega tree next year. Thanks to that. Awesome. We went and watched some displays around us last night. And one of the things that I saw that I had thought about, I thought, oh, you know what would be cool? I like leaving the lights up. I like being able to display different things for different times of year and stuff. So a matrix is a good idea, but a matrix is kind of just a TV. I don't know. There's something else to the idea of the lights and the making a show besides just on a TV. Not that that's bad. I like to try and do something else. But I will have a matrix. But I also want to have a circle with just like the wheels of the spoke be the LEDs. And we did see a display last night that did that, and it looked really cool. So I was happy about that. Does the toilet seat at least have a warmer? Yeah, that's the thing, James. That's exactly it. The toilet seat has a warmer and a light. Spinners? Oh, okay. I like spinners. They look cool. Scroll back 2 hours right here. Done. Is there a lot of pixels displays? I think there are. I know, like without going more than a few miles, we can see at least 3 really good ones. And that's not, I mean, there's probably some more hiding that I haven't seen. Did you see the X-Lights video with the 602 homes animating one song? No, I haven't. That's cool. Try and post a link to that. Yes. Yes, Einstein. Hopefully your LED lights will be up next Christmas. My Note MCUs will arrive last week, and they were ordered pre-11/11. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while. On the van stream. Oh, cool. What do I do for history in Home Assistant? Long-term history. I don't have any long-term history stuff, Dave. I should. It's just one of those things I haven't gotten to. But what everybody else does that seems to be the best option is InfluxDB. InfluxDB database, and then Grafana for graphs. And then I would also suggest, and maybe other people know better than me, depending on the size of the drive that you are running your Home Assistant on, you might want to back that up somewhere else. If that gets really big, that database gets really big, at least the Home Assistant database, if it gets really big, your Home Assistant reloads will start to really get slow. So I also use the recorder component in Home Assistant to limit how big the Home Assistant database gets. Now, if you do InfluxDB, that's different. You're exporting data from Home Assistant out to an InfluxDB database, and then you can put it different places, and it probably doesn't need to reload every time you reload Home Assistant, so there's different stuff. But yeah, InfluxDB is the way to go. Thank you, Lou Diaz, for helping him, or her, Hedda. Sorry. All right, let's see where we're at here. 59. All right. Hey, buddy. We're getting close. How's it going down there? Uh-oh. Yeah, we're about done. In fact, if you want to tell the kids it's time to come up and do sign-off, let's do it. Yeah, an automation to trim your database. You know what, Mark? I probably have the same thing. That's probably what I do. As I pretty much do whatever somebody else tells me is a good idea to do. You can try it. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, it worked. That was the cube. Dawson threw the cube up in the air and it worked. Go for it. Will InfluxDB run on a Pi? Yeah, it'll run as an add-on.
Let's all be floating heads.
But I think you can keep the database separate somewhere else. But again, I wish I could tell you better. I'm not an expert on this. Oh, Zoe, hi. You got a hat on back there. Flush delete the Home Assistant database when it gets too confused. Do it while Home Assistant is running. It just rebuilds. You want to pull my hat off? You want to put the hat on, Dawson?
Yeah.
Oh. That was fun. I love you, babies.
Yours just came back.
All right. Just saw you there live. Hey, Darren. Dang it. Maybe next time. Merry Christmas to all your family. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. All right, guys.
Are you live streaming?
No. In fact, the next live stream will be Sunday. This coming Sunday. I won't live stream between now and then. So this was fun. This was the 12th of the 12 days of Christmas. Holly said. Okay. I don't know. It's random. It's random. It's random.
I get a pick.
Can I do you a favor, Darren? I can try. What you need, brother? Merry Christmas, everybody. All right, let's you ready to pick one?
I know who I want to pick after this.
Go. Andy Dupree. Duper? Andy Duper. It's you're the winner. Congratulations.
Dad, you should pick the
You want me to do it? Oh, that's a sweetheart. Give me
Get an extra present.
give me a regular kiss.
Get an extra.
All right, she wants extra present, huh? Drum roll. I don't ever get to do this. Ah, this is shaking my brain. I can't pay attention. Chris Carson. Chris Carson. All right, Andy and Chris. Congratulations. You are the sticker winners for today.
Dad, what if your name is...
That is a link
what if
to...
your name has wins in it? Like,
Oh, that would be crazy.
The
Chris
winner
wins wins.
is
Chris
Chris
wins
winner.
Use that link. Put your address in so that I can mail you your stickers.
We need to do it.
Thanks for all the streams. Thanks for your help, Quindor. We had a great time. Oh. All right. I can't read everything. Okay, what is Chris? You need to automate her stuff first, then yours makes her see the value. Oh, I see. I didn't catch what Darren. Can you convince my girlfriend that working on home automation is not a waste of time? Oh boy. Yeah, he's got the answer for you. That was the right answer. The right answer is find something that makes her life easier and automate that. And don't ever mess with things that don't and make things not work that she needs. What is the thing that I did for Mom that she has always said was the most helpful?
Toilet.
Automation. No.
No, her lights. No, the echoes.
I think it was just the
echoes.
I think it was just the lights. I think that she could lay in bed. She could lay in bed on her phone and turn the lights off or tell Amazon Echo to turn the lights off, and that was really happy for her. So we haven't done the washer dryer yet, but are you still working on the lights every night? Yeah. Hide it from her. Don't tell her that you're working on it until right before you're done. All right. Huh? Grip ties, grip lock ties. Exclamation point GT. She likes the automated Christmas tree using presence detection. That is super cool. Good stream. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, Creative. Remember to hit that like button, everybody. Please subscribe and catch all of DrZzs videos. Thank you, Mark. Hit the bell, get notifications. And here's if I could ask for something for Christmas. If you have friends that like to tinker that you think would get a benefit from any of the stuff that I've done, send them a link. Say, hey, check this dude out. Subscribe if you want to watch some goofball try and fumble through some things he doesn't understand completely. Because hitting that 50K would be really fun. So, all right.
Let's hit it before
How should we do it? Should we just Santa? I think that makes sense. Okay, we ready? Let's move this microphone away so we don't deafen anybody. 1, 2, 3.
As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.
I think I kind of sounded like Richard Nixon. God bless us, everyone. All right, Merry Christmas, fellas. Thanks for being my friends.
Peace out.
Thanks for hanging out.
Peace out.
Have a great one.
Peace out.
Love to you and your family.